This fantastic display can be found in the town centric in Greater Town Centre. It gives a very good picture of what used to be at Rosherville Gardens, but also we have the model, which is gives you a very, very good interpretation of what the park used to look like. The model starts off, if we look in the corner, that's the town pier. There's a huge cavern. It's about 20 metres in where the tea room would have been. Originally, hundreds of thousands of visitors per year would have come through, up that, from steamers up through the road to the Birch Road entrance to the park. These buildings are long gone, but if we go into the park, you can see the broad walk, which is stretched out to the wider gardens. Now, very interestingly, archaeology has revealed that this central feature, the central feature of the Italian gardens, still exists. It was just buried over. Now, the fountain feature on the top was found with the lead pipes that would have fed the fountain. And looking at the bank, that was found, as was the small wall at the bottom, which is the flint retaining wall. The bridges, though, unfortunately, the archaeologists of Homes and Communities Agency decided that they wouldn't dig them up because, well, presumably they didn't want them to be found. But they are still there, because if the top of the fountain is still there, you can bet your bottom dollar that the bridges will still be there, as would these stairs. Very excitingly found and confirmed to be 90% intact is the bear pit. This amazing structure is 3 metres deep, 6 metres in diameter, and it's virtually intact. We still have the little rooms that go underneath the broadwalk there, which the bear would have slept in on the evenings and hid from some of the more annoying tourists. In the cliffs, we have yet to be found around this area would be the bear dens, which were the caves where the bears would have slept. Now, these at the moment are below ground level and haven't been dug up by the archaeologists. But over in the back cliff, you have a series of caves. Now, one of these caves was recently dug up, which is a huge structure. It's 10 metres in, and it's got a nice room at the end, which is 5 metres by 5 metres. Now, this would have been a little grotto or something used by the Victorians as part of the gardens, and it can be plainly seen on the gardens map. Going to the top of the cliff, we can see the cliff top walk. Now, there's a little bridge structure there. Now, there's no reason to assume that bridge structure won't be there. It will be buried under ivy at the moment. But if we go along further along the cliff top walk, this little promontory has been cut away, so that's no longer there. But you can see the path up the cliff. Now, that is still there. You can still see that if you look from Crete Hall Road, you'll still see the pathway going up the cliff. And if we go along further, we have the cliff top entrance. This was built about 1867 to bring the tourists from the railway, because the river started to decline in use as the railways become more popular. Now, this is now Grade 2 listed. Now, this still exists. Obviously, it does. It's Grade 2 listed, but there's a nice ornate tunnel that goes through the cliff, which has 7 arches either side, and it comes out into a lower feature. Now, it is hoped that we can encourage the Homes and Communities Agency to maybe not restore the whole park, but to keep these features intact, and especially come back to the broadwalk, and let's get the Italian garden dug up properly and have a look at the bridges. And we know the bear pit's there, we've seen it. Let's get that dug up and put back on show.